All right, y'all. Today we're going to be playing nothing but the Hippopotamus Defense as both white and black. Let's just get this thing going. So we're going to be playing some standard rapid chess. Okay, we're going to be playing regular, not bug house. And yeah, let's get it going. Hippopotamus Defense as both white and black. This is what I played exclusively to reach the National Master title. So obviously I'm a big believer in it, and I think it's a really good way to get your opponents out of their prep and into yours. So let's get it going here. Start a 10-minute game, and all right. All right, so yeah, I mean, I start my games off with G3, Bishop G2, and then D3. Those same three moves. For black, you can go G6, Bishop G7, and D6. Okay, here E3. That's a good fourth move to throw in there. And then here we got, yeah, H3. Knight E2 coming up. Against nearly anything my opponent does. I mean, look, when I'm playing the Hippo, I'm minding my own business for the first 10 moves. After that, I can start to react to what they're doing. Of course, there is some reacting before that sometimes, but... All right. Okay. Castling. Yeah, we'll go with... fianchettoed. Happy New Year's to all of you watching this stream. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, Queen A5. Yeah, so A3 really isn't necessary because I'm not... I mean, yeah, C5 is covering B4, so I'm not going to be prepping B4 here anytime soon. So, okay, what can I do here? G4 is interesting. That's something to think about. I could also castle. I'm just going to castle to start. I mean, this queen is way over here, so I'm just going to get my king over to the king side and, you know, go there. All right, queen C7. Yeah, so, okay, black's kind of going in circles a little bit here. Which is common when you're playing against the Hippo. I'm thinking F4. F4 looks interesting at least. Takes, knight captures back. Well, that does open my bishop, which is nice. Could allow for F5. Takes, knight takes. They can't kick me because the knight hangs. All right, let's go F4. I'm more looking to get F5 and potentially more than I'm trying to win the pawn on E5 there. All right, takes. I don't think I can get away with this. Doesn't look like it. So, yeah, I might have to... Okay, look to the sides. Take with the knight. All right, bishop attacks mine. Yeah, that's a good move. Let's go with playable. I'm going to take that guy. Okay, queen captures back. There's multiple moves here that look good. Queen F3 is solid. I'm a little bit worried about that E3 pawn there, so that might be the way to go. Yeah, I don't know if I want the knight having nowhere to go, so I might go to F3. And that connects my rooks as well. So if I can get this rook here and break in the center, that's going to be good for me. I got some good kingside chances here, although I will say that C2 is just weakened. So that's something to be careful of. All right, rook E8, E4 might work. I mean, that might work. No, does not work. Knight D4, not good. Not good at all. I'm a little bit worried about queen B2 there. I could play C4. That looks decent. I mean, I got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers on that guy. So, even though it's well defended, I'm attacking it quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, let's go with Yeah, let's play it. Oftentimes, if you push a flank pawn and then you capture back with a knight in the hippo, you can oftentimes push the other flank pawn and look to get the other knight involved as well, which can be good. Okay, d4. So they're pushing here. I'm actually happy to see that. I'm not going to take that because knight captures back. I just helped them get activity. So instead of that, let's go with pushing this guy. Push this pawn up. Knight d5 is a possibility. Of course, for them, knight e5 is going to probably come into play soon here if the queen gets out of there. Yep, queen does. I could attack. And, yeah, I mean, go after the queen, the knight. That works. Okay, let's think about this for a second. So knight d5, knight takes. Could capture away from the center to open that square up. That actually kind of looks a little bit good to me. Knight takes, we capture back. They attack us. We go up. Bishop runs. Knight e4. That's playable. We do have a pin there, which is good. Yeah, so knight d5 is possible. It really depends which pawn I want to capture back with. I mean, they got to take, right? You got to take. So, okay, so in this kind of situation, you know, I've made up my mind. I'm going to play knight to d5. I'm just going to play it, right? Instead of wasting my time thinking about, okay, what if they take here? What if they take here? I already know I'm going to play this, so I'll let them do the thinking. They didn't think very much. Just a little time management thing that helps me sometimes. If I already know I'm going to do it, I just do it. Okay, we capture here. This is the safer option. I will say that. That doesn't look fun. All right, let's take with our c pawn there. Okay, can I get away with this? I mean, they can't take right away, but they could just move the queen somewhere. So, yeah, I mean, let's play queen e2. There's pros and cons in this position. I do have a bishop, although it's a pretty close position. I do have a passed pawn on d5. These are doubled, but this is passed, so that's good. Okay, knight g6 attacking g3. I could go queen f2. Oddly enough, I'm thinking about this. That looks interesting. It's usually not sound to give up material, but I don't know. Looks interesting. But could I get my knight there? Probably not. Okay, so my candidate moves are queen f2, or I can capture the knight to create some weaknesses there. But then I'm down the exchange. Do I have enough there? Do I have enough? The age-old question. Okay, I'm going to try it. It looks interesting. So I'm going to sack the rook for the knight to mess up black's pawn structure. Step to the side. So now I'm attacking f6 and guarding g3. f5 is weak, h5 is weak. I just got to get there. Okay, queen e7. All right, I got to pick it up a little bit here. So taking the f-file looks sound to me. Okay, knight e5. Yeah, so they're trying to make some counterplay there against d3. We don't want that. We'll guard that guy. Rook f5 could be coming into play soon. Yeah, good move. Okay, let's go. Rook f4. Can I get away with that? Yeah, worth a try. Knight f1. All right, rook up. G4. There were some discovery ideas there that I didn't love, so wanted to get my rook off of there. Okay, rook G5. Yeah. Thinking about knight G3 there. Going after the rook, or guarding the rook. I don't think they have... Yeah, all right. Pre-move that. My opponent has really taken not a lot of time this game to this point, so we'll see if they use their clock or not. Yeah, I'm not the type to sacrifice material, but I saw how weak it would make this square, so I thought, let's give it a shot. All right, let's throw in... Queen F2. I'm trying to get to H4. I don't think black can guard that, unless I'm missing something here. I mean, black could play rook E6, but then I'd be up material. Of course, they have a passer, so that's something I got to be aware of. But yeah, I mean, I'm taking that if it goes there. Okay, and then after that, what? Maybe knight H6. Yeah. Happy New Year's, y'all. $2026, new year. Yeah, I mean, I think black has to play rook E6. I don't... Unless they want to drop F6. But then there's going to be checkmate or me getting the black queen, I believe. Well, probably just winning the queen. Okay, so queen G7. We will take that in a heartbeat. Okay, so the sack paid off there. Okay, I have a queen. I'm trying to break the game open, so that's the game plan at this point. My opponent wants a very locked down, safe position where they can make some kind of fortress happen. I want the very opposite of that. Okay, if I go here... Yeah, so let's go queen first. If they go G8, I take. If they go H8, I might not want to take there. I might want to take with the queen. Maybe. Yeah, I'll try queen. Start pushing that guy. It's guard with the bishop, defended by the queen. Okay, the bishop guards the pawn. I don't even know if that was necessary, but, well, maybe, because if I kept it there, black has knight takes F3, and then rook takes E4 ideas, trying to distract my queen from the promotion square. So, yeah, okay, knight D7, we'll go with queen F4. to guard e4 before I take d2. Ooh, not taking d2 right now. Don't want to get forked on f3. Very tricky play from black. That was very tricky. Okay. h5. Maybe h6. Okay, I'd like to get to h8. I mean, a queen in front of a passed pawn is unstoppable. Okay, good move from black, stopping that. Well, queen f6. Maybe start pushing the d pawn. Oh, we're threatening mate, actually. I didn't see that. Threatening mate. Okay, pawn up. Bishop g4 coming soon, hopefully. Or actually, hold up. Okay, not quite checkmate. All right, attack the rook. I almost just played queen h8. Can you believe that, guys? Take all pawns so I don't get a loss if I don't checkmate or if I run out of time. Nice. All right. So yeah, very interesting one there. Yeah, that was interesting attack. I don't know if it was sound or not. What's up, guys? Deborah, my wife, by the way. If you see Deborah Riddell, that's my wife. Michael, what up? Everybody. Luis, what's up, man? All right, so Matson, Dad, what's up, man? Yeah, so let's game review this real quick. I don't know if it was sound or not. I guess we'll see. Okay, so where was the sack? It was... Okay, so it was pretty even. 0.4. And, okay, so the census is out and it is not sound. That said, it is a pretty hard position for black to defend, and it is only minus 1.3, so I definitely do have some compensation back, which is good. Yeah, so yeah, black played well up to this point. All these moves were good. I mean, if you guys ever have an open file up against your king, if you just step that king to the corner and then play rook over, that's a great way to get your king safer, take that open file. I mean, that's just a really good defensive technique from black that I think a lot of players forget about. So let's flip this real quick. Okay, again, in this kind of position, black went king to the corner and rook over. That's great. If your king is on a semi-open file, run to the corner. It's better than being on g8 and put your rook there. That was good defensive chess from black. Knight f1, yeah. I mean, I was thinking about king h2, but I was trying to get my knight over to f5 was my idea. Yeah, so they took... Yeah, I mean, that just helps my knight get better, right? When you make your move, you got to ask yourself, is this helping or hurting my activity and helping or hurting my opponent's activity? You got rid of my rook, but now I have a monster knight, and that knight was very hard for black to deal with. But that was really black's big mistake, right? I mean, if you guys look at the eval bar, minus 1.4, plus 0.9, queen h4, and yeah. Yeah, Luis, I'm down. Yep. Tell me what NM to play. I got you. Yeah, I mean, queen h4. I'm surprised it's only 0.9, to be honest. I thought it was winning for white, but apparently not. But I mean, you know, I had a tournament game not long ago. Well, I guess it was long ago. It was a couple years, but my opponent had a queen. It was coming out of a Hippo game. It was my first Hippo tournament. He had a queen. I had a rook, bishop, maybe? I forget. I think I had a bishop and a pawn. So that equals out 9-9 in terms of points. But it's just hard when your opponent has a queen. It's just hard. I'm sorry. So, you know, I ended up losing that one. But queen g7, yeah. Oh, h6. I missed that. h6, definitely missed that. Yep. Yeah, that's a good move, actually. So h6, whole idea being the king can run. In my head, it was like, oh, the king has to go to g8. I have knight h6. But now king h7, and the king survives. So, that would have been good. I mean, yeah, I can take... It's saying it's an inaccuracy, but then when you let it think for longer, it says it's good. So, bishop f1. Okay, and then apparently white has a slight edge. I will say this is hard for black, though. I mean, I got knight d6. I got a number of things here that are playable. So, yeah. That's solid. Okay, but all that said, I mean, okay, queen g7 was played, and then, okay, and then it was over from there. I don't. Yeah, that was that could have been bad, right? Knight f3. Yikes. Yeah, Luis. Yeah, I'm down. Let me know. Yeah, let me know if someone will offer me a game on CZECH or what. Knight f3. Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, but you just gotta be careful. I mean, knights never resign when you have a knight, right? The knight can always make something happen. Yeah, just trying to advance my pawns, make them a bigger threat against the opponent's king. Yeah, we push, we're good. Yeah, Luis, you can sell me. That works. Yeah, I mean, I'll never complain about someone donating on YouTube at all. So appreciate you for doing that last time. But yeah, that works. Yep. StellarChesss. Okay, yeah, let me know. Is he ready right now? Yeah, let me know if he's ready right now. Just so I can head on over there. My CZECH. Let's go over there, actually. So, okay, I'm going to have to recrop the board here. Yeah, okay, so we're on CZECH. The Chess Giant YouTube is my name. The Chess Giant YouTube, all lowercase. Okay, 20 seconds, cool. And Emma, where's he from? But yeah, in the meantime, though, guys, I mean, where are we at here? Yeah. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I mean, I'm very rarely the one to sacrifice material. In all honesty, guys, I usually tell people don't sacrifice unless you have a clear winning attack or checkmate. You know, I mean, that's for most levels of play. That's what I'd recommend. It's like, yeah, I'd say the higher levels you often give up. You know, maybe a pawn for a couple, or a piece for a couple pawns to try to get some positional advantages that can play out in your favor. But all right, here we go. 2 games. All right, I'm not getting a challenge yet on CZECH, Luis. Just to let you know. And yeah, I can play him a couple games, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm getting challenges, but I don't think side by side. No, it's okay. We're jumping around here. Yep, that's right. Just substitute the V for a C. Yeah, yep. Yeah, Tony. I was like, you know what? It's live, right? I mean, you gotta go for it and see what happens. The reason F5 and H5 get so weak here is because no G pawn can guard them, and that's the only pawn that can guard those squares. So for the rest of this game, no pawn can guard H5 or F5, and that gives me the ability to really take control of those squares in a great way as the game goes on. So very difficult for black to defend. Probably wouldn't have done it in an over-the-board game, tournament game, but all right, sent the challenge. All right, and then give me a second here, guys. I gotta recrop this. Hold up. There we go. All right, we're recropping as we speak here. And then, let's see, move this over, minimize, no. Yeah, the CZECH board's so big. Okay, we'll just have to do it here. So we got NM StellarChesss. We'll go like this. All right. Hopefully that's passable. I could minimize it a lot, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Actually, you know what I could do? Here, I'll do this. Here, let me text the guy. All right, I'll do this. I'm going to minimize my screen here. I'm going to minimize the chess giant, and I will maximize this. All right, there we go. Okay, that should be better. Okay, cool. All right, let's get it going. Okay, so yeah, I mean, E5, Bishop G2, you know what we're doing at this point. Oh, whoa, timeout. 25-15, Luis? Dang. Luis ain't giving me easy challenges here. Dang, man. Dang. All right. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool, man. As you can see, I have a question mark here because I I mean, shout out to y'all who use CZECH. I actually use it for studying quite a bit, but I don't play on it a ton. Yeah, I've switched to CZECH for my educational content and for like my upcoming course that will all be on CZECH. Well, it will be on Gumroad, but it will be the studies and stuff will be on CZECH. I like the studies on CZECH more. I like their opening trainers more, because you get the ability to actually see what people play at your level, which is nice. Okay, so what my opponent is doing here is one of the strongest possible setups against the Hippo. Either this guy knows the Hippo, or he's just good at chess, or both. I don't know. I mean, hey, it's all good. But all right, I'm a little bit concerned about f5, f4, so I'm going to keep a lot of guys on that spot. Okay, we'll go b3. Yeah, b3, castling, c4, those are all good moves to throw in at this point. And come to think of it, I might be able to... Oftentimes I'm very worried about f5, f4, but they don't have a bishop that is looking at that square. So I might be okay to actually just fianchetto and play a Hippo here. Might be okay. Keyword. Yeah, I think I'm okay there. So let's do it. Bishop b2. Yeah, bishop b2. And yeah, go from there. All right, bishop e6. We could go a3. I'd like to get b4 in, maybe tuck my knight, maybe get c4 in. It depends. I mean, it depends where the king goes. In chess, we're all taught to castle fast, right? And I'd say with the Hippo, there's, oftentimes the moment that happens where your opponent castles fast. We're all taught to castle fast. I'm playing the Hippo. I'm waiting on castling. They castle fast. That's going to help me, but my opponent here is not giving me what they're doing either, which is a smart move. All right, knight d2. Yeah, I mean, black could go kingside here. Black could go queenside. A number of things that we could see at this point. I could go for that. I could go for rook a2, b1. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's quite a few things I could do here. Quite a few things I could do. f4, no. Maybe. Not castling, I know that. Knight f3. f6 is super solid. I could play c4. That could work, actually. But what about castles? Or c4, I meant. c4 castles. This is that breather moment, y'all. We got to think through things here. Yeah. That's not fun either. All right, knight f3. When in doubt, knight f3 / knight f6. Very hard for the opponent to eliminate those. I'm guessing we're going to see f6 here. That's my guess. Just to prevent any knight shenanigans. Yep. All right, f6. Queen up. That's the nice thing about getting your knight to f3. You just get a little bit of lift there. Lift? I don't know. Okay, bishop h6. Good move. So d4 is a possibility for black now. We could go b4. Maybe. Yeah, d4. d4. Nah. That's ugly. I could castle queenside if I really want to be crazy. But d4 is so annoying. The wall of pawns. 5 pawns in a row. I mean, it's never good to be down as much time as I am. I will say, though, on chess, if you pre-move, no time comes off the clock at all. If you pre-move on chess.com, 0.1 comes off. So if I pre-move 10 moves in a row, I don't not lose time, I lose a second, which might not seem like a lot, but in a time crunch, time scramble, bullet, you name it, that can be a big deal. Can hurt you or help you, depending on what side you're on. It makes it so the position matters a lot more on chess than on chess.com in those bullet games, at least. All right, rook d8. Could take some space there. I could just step to the side. I kind of like that. I don't know. Just get off of the line of fire. Get off of the line of fire. Now with d4, if I see it, I can take a bunch of times or whatever. b4 is a possibility here as well. Yeah, there's multiple moves here for black that are good. By the way, I need to add my NM to chess. I haven't even done that yet. I have thought about going for higher titles. I have thought about it, but I don't know. It is a lot of work. Castling kingside. Okay, g4 looks interesting. Is it good, though? Is it good, though? I don't know. g4. Probably not. Maybe in the future, though. You never know. All right, I'm going to go a4. Give my bishop some ability to maneuver. Thank you, Luis, again for making this game happen, for donating to the stream. Yeah, I mean, don't need the donations to stream, but they definitely help the stream a lot. So thank you a ton. I appreciate that. Same to all of you who donated during the last stream. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for being here. All right, rook over. I want a castle, but is that scary? Why is that scary? It looks scary. It is scary. Yep. No. Not going for that. I could just start walking. That little slow king walk. Yeah. Neither side's wanting to make the break. That's for sure. All right, king h7. Bishop back to c1. Yeah. Black could try to break through. There's ways they could try to. I don't know if they work. I don't know if they work or not. It's very complicated position here. Okay, rook f8. Okay. Maybe king g1, just get off of there. Get off of that file. Okay, f5. Doesn't quite work. h4, just trying to take some space here. Knight g5 is a possibility. Okay, f4, interesting. Okay, we'll take that. Probably taking back at the bishop's best, I'm guessing. Okay. Pros and cons to both of these. F4 would open up, but then the f file would open up if I take with the f pawn. Is it worth it? It might be worth it, guys. It might be worth it. Nah. Okay. Queen back. I up h5. Black might have to make a break here at some point. Dang, man, these NMs, man. These NMs. Never easy. Okay, d4. take. We'll take again. We will... Does that work? No. I wish. That'd be nice. Trying to pin that knight. Okay, gonna be a little bit of a scramble here time-wise. If you know what I mean. Okay, rook d3. b4 maybe. I'd like to start pushing that guy, you know. Okay. Okay. Maybe. Rook c7 next, it looks like. That is scary. Shoot. That is scary. A lot of pre-moves here, that's for sure. Yeah. Damn. Fumbled it. Fumbled it. I had a better position. I just, that final, we'll look at it after this rematch. Dang. John, thank you, man. Thank you, John. Appreciate you, man. Very nice of you. Appreciate you, man. That means a lot. Shout out, John. Much. All right. Let's play again. Yeah, I think that was a time management thing. I had a better position. I just yeah. just fumbled it at the end. It's hard with that time control difference. All right, let's do this again. H4, really? Huh. Yeah, well, I mean, I could do that, but I don't know. I don't think that's sound. So I could just play knight f6 and play like a king's Indian. H5 is also playable. I'll just go with my regular. Okay, we'll go with D6 and take. Good job to StellarChesss for finishing that one out. I thought I had that one. All right, I see 3. So, okay, we're out of the hippo, right? Sometimes your opponent will play something crazy. You're out of the hippo. That's okay. And then you're just in a modern defense, right? Or Owen's defense, or whatever opening you start out with. Knight C3. Am I crazy to play E5 there? Maybe. I'll try it. Kind of a pterodactyl defense position in some ways, but yeah, that H6 pawn ends up being a blessing or a curse for, you know, one of us. Because it is weak, it is advanced. White does have to babysit it. At the same time, if that H pawn ever falls, it's right there. So white here, they could guard the pawn, take, push, a number of different options. Okay, knight E4. Okay, that is not something I was looking at. Knight E4. Is that greedy? That might be greedy. Hard to tell. Take with the pawn and then have even material, or just take my pawn and then run back. For the content, let's try it out. Okay, C3, we run back to F6. Thank you again, John. Let me know, John, if you want to play a game this live stream. Thanks again for donating. Helps the stream a lot. Thank you. And Happy New Year to you and yours as well, man. Is it Happy New Year or Happy New Year's? I never know. I've always said Happy New Year's, but is it just Happy New Year? I don't know. I just play chess. Okay, G3. Okay, let's develop. Okay, bishop G2. So here my objective is to trade because I'm up a pawn and I'm being attacked. Well, kind of. It's just an awkward position for me. So that's really what it comes down to, is that it's just awkward and I want to trade as much as I can. I don't know if that's a good trade, though, to be honest with y'all. I don't mind it, though, because it kind of slows down that knight a little bit. I mean, they could go to h3. That's true. Yeah, I don't mind it. So I'm getting closer to castling. I'm definitely not castling kingside. We know that, or at least I think so. I mean, I guess if they take my bishop, I could take, and then that actually could be pretty safe. But because this pawn is advanced, but it's not going to break anything open. Okay, so they do take. All right, knight takes. All right, we capture back. I could castle, maybe. Or I could just go queenside. Or just stay for a while. Hang out, say what's up. You know what I mean? Cali vibes. Knight f3. Could offer another trade. Damage my pawn structure. Is it worth it? No, because the bishop activates. d5. Could go c7. Just keep this open. I'm not convinced white has an attack on the queen side. I'm not convinced. I mean, I have c2 and b1 covered, so that's going to limit that rook as well in terms of breaking stuff open. Okay, castling. All right, so that makes h6 weaker. Do I just castle? Same side of the board? Or do I go opposite side of the board and then push? Well, I don't want to push because then that's weak. Yeah, maybe that could be a concern later on if I castle kingside, though. But so is this side. Kingside. Let's go kingside. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting position. It's always interesting when one side has a pawn, right? Because then it's like, the higher your rating, the bigger of a deal it is. Like at my level, I mean, I talk about this in my endgames course. Most chess games, it comes down to a single pawn, and that only gets worse or better or whatever the word is as you get higher. Like GMs aren't down a rook or a queen. They're down a pawn, if that. All right, knight h4. That is, I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good, guys. I might just drop back. Or, wait, hold up. I go queen d7. Offer a trade. I'm going for that. Trade, trade, trade in this position. I'm getting attacked. I'm down material. Let's trade. He might get the bishop pair, though, if he takes on f5. So I'm guessing I'll see, but you never know. Never know. F5, H3. White taking their time here. Okay, yeah, they take. I know this sounds crazy. I thought about this, but I don't know. I could do that whole king thing. Maybe. Or I just play principled. Yeah, let's just play principled here. Queen f5. Maybe I can start to advance in the center here. Create some counterplay. I have two knights. I don't mind knights. I'll be honest with you. I like knights. F3. Okay. Probably prepping E4. Sure. Okay. Trying to put some tension on E4 there. D4 could be a great way to take some space too, depending on where my guy goes. All right, G4. Luis, man. Luis be giving me the hardest opponents. Okay, G4. No. Just run. Run to D7. E6 may have been good too. I don't know. Okay, bishop E3. Let's push. Leaning towards pawn capture back if they take. Okay, they don't. Trade, but then those bishops are really annoying in that open position. Yeah, I mean, I like knights more than bishops, but two bishops is tough. I will be honest with y'all on that. All right, let's just take some space. Maybe start trying to dance. The Hippo. Yeah, it's interesting. I've had a lot of people on YouTube and a lot of students go with the Hippo and really like it and gain a lot of points, hundreds of points. I've gained hundreds of points from it. And then there's others that just can't stand it. So it's just a playing style thing, but I'm a big fan of it. And people say it's a troll opening. I don't get that. Okay. I don't get it. All right. I mean, I don't think it is. I played it in the, biggest games of my life as I was trying to hit an M. Okay. I mean, White's taking their time here. That's at least I'm up the clock this game. That's good. Okay, E4. That is very committal. Very committal. Takes. Yeah, I don't want to take. Ooh, that is an idea. Take. All right. I could take. That is a little concerning. I'm running back to e8, just trying to see if I can make a maneuver happen. I like the position closed. Okay. Let's go queen up. That might work. Takes. No, I'll wait. I'll wait on that. Since I'd be pinned. Down to another time crunch here, guys. All right, queen c1. Yep. Okay, queen d2. Knight f4. Trying to support that guy as much as I can. We start pushing those guys. Okay, so I think that's a good trade for me. I don't think they're going to take though, but oh, they do take. Okay. I mean, one of those, right? Check Runsky. Take that guy. Okay. Gotta come back and guard it. Push. Down too much time. Dang. Good games. Good games. Just gotta play better under time control there. Dang. That hurts. That's all good though. Hey, good games. Good games in Stellar Chess. Yeah, that was, I was winning. I just, again, two winning games, but doesn't matter if you lose on time. Let's see. I'm curious if we analyze this. All right. Okay, I guess d5 is better. I don't know if I like that move, but that's interesting. Samuel, hey, shout out to you, man. Thank you. Fresno. Yes, sir. Yep. Fresno. Good old Fresno. Good old Central Coast Open vibes. Yeah, man. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I got a good position here. I was better. Yeah, I mean, okay, I was better this whole time. Let's see if I ever drop the lead. Yep, better. Yeah, okay, that was, I mean, what, I have 35 seconds, but let's turn this down a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 10 seconds, I guess. Not sure how to find that on in that quick of a time scramble, but yeah, and then I saw I had the win there. But then yeah, just not enough time. Let's see. Yeah, that's playable. Huh. Yeah, well, hey, good games. The clock is a part of chess, right? So, yeah. But hey, Luis, thank you again, man, for those games. I will beat somebody you send me one of these days, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, all 3 games Luis has sent me so far, they've all been really interesting. Yeah, just the clock management, right? That's something I think most of us can work on. I can for sure. But yeah, interesting game there. Let me go to the other one, because the other one was interesting too, because I mean, NM StellarChesss really went with just exactly how one should play the Hippo. So they played very sound, very solid. They didn't attack, like crazy, which a lot of players against the Hippo, they push very fast in the center, which is exactly what we want. But yeah, I mean, okay, so black slightly better. I mean, that's expected in the Hippo. Your opponent usually has a tiny edge, technically speaking, but the comfortability is definitely an advantage. Okay, h4, we take, oh wait. Okay, the engine's changing its mind here, but okay, I see. All right, so we're better here. Yeah, so we're better again. Yeah, maybe that wasn't a good move. I mean, I'm all about trading, but with that many dark squared pawns and facing a light square bishop that can just slice and dice, that may have practically been a bad decision. Yeah, like in this kind of position, I'm confident in an over-the-board tournament game with a lot of time on the clock. I can navigate this, but it is hard with that bishop because everything is dark. F5, really? Okay. So, okay, I was originally thinking check and take, but I was very worried about that. Which I guess is a draw. I thought it was just losing, but I guess that's a draw. Yeah, and then it was over from there. So yeah, even here I'm okay. I just not enough time. But yeah, again, Luis, thank you for those games, man. That was really fun. Always good, always fun playing against strong competition, and I always learn something. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to get better. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Let's go back to chess.com. Want to be friends? Yeah, sure, why not? All right, go to play. We'll go back to here. Let's crop this out again. Okay, hang with me here as I crop this out. All right, throw that up there. Drag it down. Maybe scoot it over just a touch. Give me a little bigger. Oh. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Hippo chess, always fun. All right, we're back to pretty close to where we were before. I'll make that a little bigger. All right, cool. All right, yeah, so, all right, let's get it going here. Let's get another one in. Okay, playing as white. A lot of white games today. Luis, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, Luis, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, my approach to chess is, hey, if I get the chance to play someone better than me, I'm all game. You know what I mean? And I think it's good for you guys too to see me not just win with the hippo, but lose with it too, right? And honestly, those last two games, it wasn't really the hippo that lost it for me. It was the just the end game and being down on time. But it's still good to look at the types of positions that can arise out of those spots. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This might get me in a little bit of trouble. This is only my second day ever streaming, but I've noticed some streamers kind of like playing against people they know they can beat, probably because they think it's good for content. But I'm not like that. I think, you know, the better the competition, the better the game. So again, thank you, Luis. Appreciate you, man. Thank you to all of you guys who have donated to this stream thus far. Appreciate you guys. Samuel, all y'all. Knight G4. Okay, so my opponent here playing very aggressively. This is usually just not a good idea against the hippo to play this crazy to, you know, sacrifice a piece for 2 pawns. It just comes down to good defensive chess. I am considering this. That's interesting to say the least. But I don't know. Is it worth it? Probably not. Could go bishop h3 there. Could go c4 there. Queen f6 is something that I'm looking at, though. That is a concern. Queen f6, looking at f2. It's a little bit annoying. f3 is weakening, not necessarily what I want to go for there. Let's see, knight c3, nah. It's playable, it's playable. Bishop there, knight back, rook over. Knight c3. I mean, just trying to get the best grip I can on g4. But that might be a little bit too much. So queen f6 is the threat here. h3 is not a threat, at least not yet. I like the counterplay e4 gives me, but okay, queen f6. Yeah, f3 is just not good. It's not good. Okay, let's go bishop h3 to start. We'll go from there. Okay, f5. Wow, my opponent's really going crazy here. So yeah, I mean, and this is something that as a Hippo player you're gonna face. You're gonna face players that are just going crazy against you. With good defense, you're okay, but you have to grow in your defensive skills. We could take. That looks fine to me. Yeah, let's take. Okay, so g4 is definitely something that we're looking at. Targeting. Don't want to do it right now, though, at least with that pawn pushing. Let's put some pressure on the center there. Maybe develop naturally a little bit. Okay, queen f6. We have takes here. Okay, so they're probably planning on bishop b4 check and rook f8, or castling. Castling as well. Could go rook f1. Okay, knight here. Bishop, bishop, rook, rook, pawn. That's very annoying. Okay, we could go knight. We could go knight, this knight over. That way the queen has access to g4. Let's try that. That way my queen, it looks awkward, but you know, I'm trying to play defensive chess here. If I can survive this attack, I'm winning. I'm winning this game. I mean, I might not win, but I am winning, if you know what I mean. If I can withstand this attack, so without giving up material, that is. So g4 is a big target. Definitely something we're looking at. They push. We could take, rook. So take. I can't take because that's checkmate. If I go here, that is very annoying. That's not good at all. Okay, takes. Rook. Nope, I can't do that. Okay, takes. Rook. They could go rook, queen. I think I'm okay there. Okay, they could go check, takes, check, here. I think I'm okay there. So I can't take the rook. I gotta bring this guy over. Okay, so they're going for that. I can't take the rook or else I'm checkmated. So I have to go queen e2 to guard that guy. Now I am threatening to take the rook. Yeah, very dangerous attack. Very dangerous attack by black. Okay, queen. Yeah, so taking's not good. Queen there is probably my top move I'm looking at right now. Queen in, takes, we're fine. Takes, we're okay. Rook up, takes. I think I gotta go there. Yeah, I gotta go there before queen h2 is played. That way I can actually have a threat, which is to take the rook. Yeah. Hope your guys' year is off to a good start. We're out here this year, man. I'm really excited for this year. I'm really excited to stream, to grow in my skills in streaming. I got, a bunch of courses I'm working on right now. My next one's the aggressive e4 course. We got, yeah, I mean, honestly, the direction of this channel is going to shift into a lot of me playing games, posting those games, losses too, losses that are instructive. Okay. I'm not going to be one of those streamers that just posts my win. Y'all can hold me to that. Yeah, just really looking forward to getting after it this year. So thank you guys for being with me here today. Yeah, but I mean, black's taking their time here. I'd say that, again, if black's attack doesn't work, they're done. If it does work, it works, right? Okay, rook h2. I mean, I gotta take the pawn, right? You got to. Gotta take it. Unless I'm missing something here. Yeah, let's take that guy. Kind of surprised black gave me that. We'll see what their plan is. Okay, bishop d6. Sure. g4 is weak. I could look at checks. Let's go with... I don't mind that move. That move's not bad. Let's just take the pawn. So we're up 3 points now. Up a full piece. Also, shout out to Roger. Roger the Racer, he was mentioning getting music on the streams. Let me know what kind of music you guys would like to have in the background. No, nothing crazy. Okay, we're not going to be at a rave or nothing, but let me know what you guys like. Hip hop, classical, jazz, country, pop. I don't know. You let me know. I'm a big fan of Lecrae, Andy Minnie, all of them guys, but I can't be playing them obviously. So, all right, e4. They could check. But now we get the trade. Okay, it's taking good. Or checking, I mean. Check. King up. Maybe not. This looks interesting to me. It looks interesting. I don't know if it's good though. I mean, I have some checks available. Or check takes available. Although, yeah, okay, wait. Okay, rook down. Rook down. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, I think if I guard with the queen, I get mated. "45 seconds, dang. Okay, so we're up 2 points. Bishop's attacked. We have check. I don't know if that's safe though. I don't think doing all that's safe. Bishop a3 is a possibility. A lot of places black could go. Okay, there. Okay, I think I have a win, guys, because of that. Yeah, I mean, even if they went there, queen e6, they're going to have to go to a dark square, and I have access to both. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to step to a dark square at some point, just because I have too many checks. I can force them to one of those spots. All right, let's just whoa. Okay, let's analyze that real quick. So, all right, yeah, you guys can see the eval bar. So, okay, yeah. So as you can see, I mean, when your opponent sacrifices that much material, it's not sound, right? It's not sound if you're going up against the hippo. Very rare that it is. We have taking. Okay, c4 was. Okay, interesting. I should do it now. Just do it now. Get the knight out of the way. That makes sense. Okay, black got a winning position. Oh, wow. I did not see that. Castling. Let me know who would castle here. Let me know. I'm not, as y'all saw. I wasn't comfortable castling here. Didn't feel safe. But maybe to you guys it will. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So I take... They find the right move. So what was the winning line? The winning line was takes and push. Ooh. Yeah. Not the hell no would I castle. That's funny. Yeah, G2. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, all right. We get a stockfish. You're good. Yeah, that was a bad move. That was bad. Okay, I'm winning here. Let's see if I drop it. I don't. Although, I guess that is... Ooh, I could just do it now. I could just start attacking the king, guys. Yeah, but... All right, that was winning. Yeah, I mean, even if the king ran here, we have check, and then... Yeah, I mean, the queen's going to fall. So... Yeah, okay. Lesson learned. When your opponent has this much of an attack against you, just castle, all right? Just castle. Just castle right into it. That's what I learned from that game. Wow. Okay. Let's get another one rolling here. All right, playing as black. We got 1, 2. Have I had a black game on chess.com? I probably have. On this stream. I don't know. All right, D4 we got here. All right, D6. Goodness gracious. Stockfish, stockfish, stockfish. All right. Those of you that played the hippo, don't go here. That's losing. Stop the bishop's activity. Then continue. I mean, yeah, 97. Yeah, I like this position. Where this bishop goes matters a lot. Okay, so it goes here. So I'm not going to get tempo on the bishop, which matters, but e4 is weaker. So, I mean, the next few moves I'm doing what I'm doing anyways, but where that bishop is matters a lot. So, okay, we're going here, here, here. All right, b4. Yeah, so white here taking a pretty common, I mean, stance. So now it's the breather moment. Okay, what do we do? Hold up, by the way. I just gotta text my wife real quick. Deborah, if you are listening to this, I love you. Okay. I gotta text her, you know what I mean? Text your wife. Chess before stream, you feel me? Or... I didn't say that right. Wife before stream. Let me know when you're back home. All right. Okay, b4. All right, so we have g5. Okay, I'm not going to do that because white, it's not with tempo. So then, yeah, and I don't have d4 to attack, so that's not good. f5 eliminated off the jump. c5, no. I mean, it might actually be okay, but I'm gonna go knight f6, attack that pawn on e4, see what they decide to do about that. All right, bishop d3. We could pester that bishop. That's fine. Does that work now? All right. Pester the bishop. I'm guessing we'll see bishop f4. Yep. We have that as a possibility. Castle. Okay, so the bishop's not seeing e6 anymore, so this is something to think about. I will say, though, that if they take, they get automatic activity, which eliminates it. Because of that reason, we could play c5. I don't know if I like that, though, with knight c4, so because it weakens d6. So let's think about this. g5, we push. No. g5. We tuck, push, takes. Maybe. I could go queen d7. I'm just going to do that to start, because that's just a quiet move. Attacks the pawn. All right, they attack my knight. I'm running back. That's fine. Yeah, I don't have any cheese there or nothing, so just go back with the knight. Okay, e5 here. Okay, they push. In this kind of position, go to d5. Bishop's hanging, pawn's hanging. So, yeah, I mean, players all the time, they'll play something against you like e5, which allows you to reroute and actually improve your knight. Or they'll push their d pawn, and that helps you as well. Okay, queen e3. What the heck? Sure. That's fine. Not sure why they went there. Okay. Moving on to the next. All right, g3. Bishop g2 against most things. Yep. Okay. Are they going for a stonewall or a three-pawner? Let's see. I'm guessing a stonewall. Like a stonewall Dutch kind of thing. No, they're going for it. All right. That's cool. You know, that's fine if you really want to go for it. All right, knight e2. All right, so my opponent here has a three-pawn center. They're looking towards f4. So I can't let f4 happen, right? Yeah, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep these three here, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1. Yep, castling's fine. By the way, anyone who has donated the last stream or this stream, feel free to let me know if you want to play a game. Luis included. All right, castling. Okay, so they're going for the 4-pawn center and the bishop on d6. That's a lot. I mean, let's just call it what it is. That's yeah, they're not scared, I'll say that. Okay, c4. I mean, that is something to think about. I could just play like a regular hippo, but they do have that f4 thing, which is kind of annoying. Let's go for this. Let's go for c4. Let's attack d5. No pawn can defend it. You can defend it with the bishop or push or take, but no pawn can keep that guy solid. That's very committal. Usually when players do this, they end up trying to fortify their d5 pawn. Okay, I have a great bishop. In return, they have an incredible amount of space. Incredible amount. d4 takes. If you take with the e pawn, f4 is ours. If you take with the c pawn, b4 feels right, but it doesn't do anything. Oh, you know what I could do, though? Hold up. Okay, takes. And then I was thinking bishop a3, but f4 is kind of annoying, you know. I could push f4 myself. Although that does weaken e3. Got to think about what you're weakening there. I mean, f4 can come anyways. That is true. F4 can just walk right in at this point. So, okay, f4, knight in, takes. Yeah, f4. Let's try it. So I've weakened e3, but I've completely stopped f5. So there's a give and a take there. f5 is frozen, which is good. e3 is weak, which is not good. Is defended by one pawn, which is only defended by a pawn that has no pawns behind it. Oftentimes when it comes to weak squares, I try to look at the weak square and I try to look at what is behind it, defending that guy, right? And if that's stable, if that's unstable, the weak square is often unstable. Whereas, for example, if there was a knight here and, like, you know, just a freaking avalanche of pawns, that's not great. Okay, e4. We could take, although that does run into bishop c5, which is annoying. b4 though? Yeah. b4 might work. So they can push, okay. Nah. Knight c3. Check. Takes. Let's start with knight c3. Nothing but Hippo games tonight, guys, but future live streams I'm planning on mixing things up, playing a lot of different things. All right, so yeah, I mean, black could check. That is playable. Black could take. Okay, I am worried about check. Knight in. Okay, they don't go for that, so they just take. All right. So they take. The question is bishop or knight. I'm going to go on knight because I don't want to give up my bishop since I have my king's pretty loose there. If I take with the knight, that does threaten queen takes because check is no longer a threat. Takes. Oh, I see what black's trying to do. I think I see what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to check and then drive in. My guess. Okay, so with that in mind, yeah, that is a good threat. That is a good threat. I could just go knight or bishop over or something, but that also doesn't seem super fun. I think I got to take this guy. Take, check, king over, queen, queen. All right. Knight could have worked because the knight could support c3. That is true. Although, yeah, that's interesting. Knight could have, well, taking with the knight last could have worked. Maybe. Because you got, well, they wouldn't have been able to take again because of c5. Okay, check. We'll go, is that best? Do I just give up my bishop at this point? No. Not great. Check. I mean, they get a lot of tempo out of that. Although I guess, yeah, it's kind of the same problem, huh? Okay, so we'll go king h1. We'll go king h1 to start this thing off here. See how black responds. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, I mean, black here. Okay, queen d4. That is interesting. Do I have a tactic? I feel like I should, but maybe not. Okay, I mean, queen d3 to start. They take my rook. I could take with check. I could also snag the bishop. That looks fine to me. Could also take with the bishop. They take queen there. They run out though. That is a threat, but they're not going to fall for that. All right, so let's go queen. Guessing they'll take putting me down 3. Does that trap the queen is the big question, but I don't know if it does. Bishop b4. Yeah. Knight d5? No, maybe not. Yeah, because like the queen on a1, if I can get queen c2 and then bishop e2 in, I'm good, because when they take, I can check, and then if they go again, I can use my bishop. My bishop's here, my queen's here, their queen's there to get a discovery, but I don't think I have enough time to get that in. So, okay, takes, check. Takes. Even material technically, but what's the spread? The spread is, okay, so they don't go for that. That makes sense. So they go this way with it. Okay, they use their bishop. Now I think I gotta go bishop a3 there, right? Or else I'm just, well, I could go knight c3. Yeah, bishop a3. Attacking the rook, because I'm trying to give that knight some, or that rook some support. Yeah. I mean, okay, so they take the rook. Now I'm down 3 points. If I take and then take even material, or I could take and then take. I think I'm going to go with that because that one game I lost to the NM, my bishop couldn't defend my king, and I think having a light square bishop here is nice. So yeah, let's take that. And then I'm guessing they'll take the bishop. Okay, we take h7. Okay, so we're sitting at even material after all that. But my opponent has wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay, 3 pawns for a piece. Ooh, interesting. That's always interesting. So I got a 3-on-2 on the queen side, but of course black has a bunch of stuff. On the king side, I have 3 pawns versus 1 and a better spread. So yeah, usually in positions like this, the engine prefers the extra piece. But one way to think about this, black's hopes are wrapped up in these 3 pawns. If I can get those pawns, I'm good. Because we're in the end game, right? So all right, rook. Rook e1, yep. Knight comes out. I'm a little bit worried about bishop c3, in all honesty, you guys. A little bit worried about that. I'm trying to see if I just blundered, because now my rook's pinned, or my bishop could be pinned. That may have been bad. Yeah. That may have been bad. All right. Check. Does that might give my king some lift if the bishop takes. Time scramble here, so gotta start moving quick. Okay, bishop takes. We have king up. Just trying to get that king some activity here. That runs into that. That runs into that. That. Okay, makes sense. It's not good. This is not good. All right, 92. Yeah, 93. Check. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try to play fast, see if I can get lucky. 93. But I'm down a rook for what? 2 pawns? I mean, Pick bishop there. We'll go knight in. You know, just seeing if we can make something happen. Okay. Start pushing. Fine. All right. Got a draw. Yeah. All right, Luis. Yeah, let's play. Are you on chess.com? Let me know, Luis, if you are on chess.com right now. We can play a game. Okay, so it didn't hate f4. Didn't hate it. Wanted knight c2. That makes sense. All right, Luis. Yeah, just send me a game. Yeah, Roger. I'm very surprised I got out of that one. Sheesh. It's hard though, right, when you're going up against a knight, because the knight's just so tricky. But yeah. So okay, I was okay. Yeah. Okay, king g2 is better, more central. That makes sense. Yeah, this is a tough position. All right, Luis. I got your challenge and then it disappeared. Let me know. And we can get the game rolling here. Get the game rolling. All right. All right. Me versus Luis. What's this guy doing? A freaking King's Indian? Okay. That's cool. Okay. Strong setup. So we got a King's Indian slash Pirc Defense versus the Hippo. All right, knight comes out. Yeah, let's go b3. Okay, so Luis here probably trying to get a f4 move in at some point. Okay. Let's go A3. Don't think that quite works yet. Could just take space. Maybe not. Let's castle. Knight back. Okay. You know, something tells me this guy has a plan. Something tells me this guy is, yeah, has something in mind here. Okay, I mean, the good news is I have a really nice bishop on g2. f4 could happen at some point, which is obviously a concern that we need to think about. Let's go b4. I'm okay with trading off rooks there. Luis doesn't want to trade. Okay, g5. We could tuck the knight and go back. That works. Play c4. Go knight f3. A lot of moves here. A lot of moves. Okay, c4. Yeah, I mean, if Luis is going to give me space, I'll take space. All right, knight g6. We have... Looking towards that king. So f4 is dangerous. It does weaken e4 and g4 though. So there's a trade-off there. Okay, c6. So if check, they're blocked, they're fine. f4 takes. Pawn takes is fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because if they take with the e-pawn, my bishop's defended. So that's good. That's stopped. The f-pawn is stopped. I don't usually stop the pawn on f5 right away, but at some point in the game, f4 can be a good way to slow black down. Because, I mean, everything is aimed towards there, right? Everything is aimed. Everything. Everything's depending on it. So if I can safely stop that, then that's good for us. All right, I'm leaning towards... Okay, I was originally thinking pawn here, but this might be good. That way, h4 is still covered for the moment. Do have a check, though. Oh, no, they don't. If Luis checks me, I check Luis. Hopefully he falls for it. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, that's... Okay. King h8, good move. Yeah, I don't love that. I could go king h2. That does make my position more solid. But is it necessary? Maybe king h1 is better. Just so it's off of this line with tactical ideas and stuff. But if this pawn does take, I do have a check. That is true. All right, we'll go for the king tuck. I'm usually very hesitant, but I don't see too much activity coming on that diagonal. And in case there's some kind of sack or something, it's nice for my bishop and king to be a little bit more tightly knit. Yeah. Huh. Really? B6? Doesn't that drop a pawn though? Or is that what he wants? Take pawn. It's hard to say no to a pawn, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to say no to sugar and stuff. I'm trying to say no to processed, ultra processed foods, but a pawn, that's where I draw the line. I might have to take that guy. Ultra processed foods, candy, soda, you name it, but a pawn? It's not a New Year's resolution for me. B5. Nice E5, yeah. That gives black some activity there, which I don't necessarily love. Right. All right, let's snatch that guy. Let's start. Okay, rook b8. Well, okay, I want to run back home, but what if he goes here? Then it's just like, should I have stayed there? All right, I could centralize. I could go nice knight f3. That actually looks promising. Takes, check. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with taking here because we both get isolated pawns and trades, and I'm up a pawn. I don't think that's going to happen, though, because takes, takes, takes. I'm up 2 pawns there. Yeah, I mean, up a pawn. That's a little bit weak. Good bishop. They have a good bishop, too. I got good activity. I think it's just a matter of I got a lot of pawns pushed and just kind of keeping everything solid. I'd say my least active piece right now is probably my rook at a1, so getting that activated at some point is going to be helpful, I think. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I mean, yeah, knight g5. Okay, knight f6. All right, so takes, 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 check, takes, takes. Yeah, I don't like that line for me. Takes, 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 check, takes. Nah. I could take the pawn. That could work. But that might come back to bite me soon. Okay, so I'm up a pawn. What's just a solid move I can make here? Quiet move, improves my position. Isn't desperate. I could go king over. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's look at this again. Takes, 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 takes. Check, takes, takes. No. Queen h4 is bad because of that pin. So, okay, I can't do that. Maybe we just centralize the rook. Yeah, we'll just centralize here. That way we're as ready as we can be when the game breaks open. a lot of things Luis could do here. Pushing, taking, knight h5, queen c7, taking, d5. Okay, queen c7, we have... Yeah, let's lock that guy in. Bishop's strong. And the rook's not going to get activated against my queen, which is good. That is a little bit more vulnerable, though. All right, bishop h6. That's a good move. Okay, this is a little crazy, but I'm going to take... And then I'm going to take... And then I'm going to go, I think, knight here. The idea that I have behind this is... Yeah, basically just to get good activity here. So I'm threatening the knight. I'm down now, but I would say I do have some attacking chances. Or I'm down material. Yeah, and then I could really maybe go after that knight if I want to. Ooh, knight d5. Looks good. If, yeah, I can't go there. Knight d7, I take it. If you take me... Okay, so we have capturing there. Is that good? That might be good. Knight d5. Those hippo bishops really come in handy, guys. Yeah, I don't... Okay, queen d6. Okay. So I'm maintaining the pin. Bishop e5 is a threat. Rook e7 is an idea. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking take the knight. I mean, yeah, takes... You go bishop back, but if you take with the rook, then the rook's pinned, which I don't think is good for black. Okay. I'm down 2. Let's offer the queen... a trade. That way, if the queen takes, we have an intermediate check. Then we take the queen. Then we're up 3 points. If the queen tries to save the rook, we have a multitude of options. Okay, including bishop e5 as one of them. Or check. I mean, check looks fine too, to be honest. That's very tempting. Yeah, let's go bishop e5. So queen, rook, and rook are all attacked. If Yeah, if you take there, I think we're going to have a mating attack. All right. Good game, Luis. Well played. Yeah, let's look at this. So, all right, G3. Let's see, let's game review it. All right. Okay, so honestly, up until this point, it was pretty even. Up until here. And then, yeah, that was a blunder. Okay. Really? Let's see, D4. Push. I see. So we're okay with them having a pass pawn as long as we, or sorry, we're okay with them having a pass pawn as long as we get that diagonal open. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, ooh, blunder, huh? I was hoping that was a brilliancy or something, but yeah, I mean, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I mean, as the game went on here, yeah, we were okay. So yeah. Yeah, good game, Luis. Yeah, good game. All right, let's go back here. Start a new one. Yeah, taking with the bishop. Yep. Yeah. All right, good stuff, Luis. Thanks for the game, man. All right, let's go G3. Oh, you haven't played for 3 months? Wow. That's, yeah, you played very well. We're not playing for 3 months. Yeah, I'd say so. I thought you played well. Yeah, I mean, you were good up until the pawn on C6, right? Which, yeah, I mean, up until then you were good, and then even after that you had some play. So, yeah, I thought you played well, especially for that long of a break. All right, so okay, we tuck the knight. Tuck the other knight. B3. I mean, black could try something like this. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. Okay, bishop B2. Okay, so there's some tension here. Castle. Yeah, anytime there's tension here, I like to just guard my bishop. Just guard it. That way there's no tactical stuff they can try. Here, let's take some space. They're giving it to us. Yeah, they're giving us the space there. So, yeah, we're just gonna take it. They're not gonna take the full center. Then, yeah, we'll advance. Yeah, I mean, for anybody watching this, I'd say the biggest way to improve at chess are tactics and endgames. I'd probably say tactics first. Endgames too. If you're really trying to become a strong player, you have to know endgames. It's just a non-negotiable. But tactics for sure. I think a lot of players spend probably too much time on the opening in terms of improvement. I mean, I get the openings fun. I've worked on a lot of openings, obviously, on this channel before. But yeah, I mean, that's tactics and endgames are really what I encourage people to work on if they're trying to hit the next level. Okay, knight f3. Yeah, any of that doesn't work. I just take. You're not getting my bishop. Yeah, so g4 could work. G4 could work. Maybe. Could work. G4, E5, F5. Yeah, probably a little bit too fast. So let's go knight F3. These two moves pair very well together. So we got a lot of attackers coming after the E5 square. Okay, rook D8. Could throw the knight in. That is playable. D4 could work, although E4 weakens. Yeah, let's throw the knight in there. See how black responds to that. Okay, we have capturing. I want to take with my f-pawn, but I'm just worried about how I have to play d4 and then that bishop gets so active. But I have rook f2. Okay. Let's go. Okay, I got to play d4 to keep that pawn solid there. If bishop a6, I could get out of the way. I could strengthen more. I mean, I'm trying to strengthen that pawn on e5 as much as I possibly can here. And the nice thing, hey, I have double pawns, but the nice thing about that is I get a semi-open file. So double pawns aren't always bad. I mean, that is a nice little plus for us there. Yeah, and I mean, f6, could see it at some point. We could see f6. I don't. That's actually, I think, playable for black because they have so much support on e5. That's something we could see. Would weaken e5 for a moment, but I think they're okay there. f6 is possible. Taking is possible. I don't. Taking's not good though. Yeah, we'll have to see here. I'd say my biggest weakness is e3, maybe e5 as well, just because if f6, I think I might have to take. But even then, d5 gets a little weak if they push, so I don't know. I mean, black has a good bishop that could make another one. At the same time, I can fight for this diagonal pretty soon as well. Same with this one. Knight f4 can happen. If you kick me, knight h5 is going to be good. I could just push that guy too if I really want to just try to make something happen there. Interesting. So we have a sacrifice on e5. Okay. Huh. All right. So, I mean, we got to take the knight. Bishop takes. Okay, so I guess they're going for g3 there. Could guard it. That's pretty awkward, though. Maybe. Takes, takes, bishop takes. That's interesting. Interesting idea from black. So I could push. Is it worth it, though? Take, 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 take. Yeah, looks fine. All right, let's push. I don't want them getting that pawn, so. I mean, black's down material now, so they got to make something happen. D4. I can't take with my knight. Takes. I could take at that point, I think. Check. I'm not worried about it. Guys, anytime someone checks you like that, like, oh, bishop h2 check, okay, I just move to the side. Then your queen is babysitting the bishop. And, yeah, I mean, it's just not a good attacking theme there. Maybe in Bughouse, though. In Bughouse, I could see that. Bughouse for sure. Okay, queen e7. All right, black here looking to navigate this aggressively. That doesn't work. I might have to go rook f2. I mean, just get out of the pin to start. Okay, so rook f2, we're out of the pin. Queen g5. Really taking. Okay. Sure. We'll take. That was a good attacker for black. I don't think they should have done that. Bishop g3. Okay. Queen h4. Yeah, that's queen h4 would be bad, so. All right, bishop goes in. Takes. Queen e5. I could go rook d1 and then push. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's fight for the center, see how black responds. Material, I'd say, so definitely a weak position here on the king side for us. For them too. I mean, that's a lot of light square pawns. That's a lot they got to deal with there. So, yeah, I mean, okay, rook up, pawn up could work. Do I want that though? I mean, I really want my bishop to be active. Okay, you know what I might do? I might just slowly get my bishop. C1. What's going on with my mouse here? C1, D2, E1. Let's start with that. I don't need to be in a rush here. I mean, I'm up material, so. Yeah, so I'm looking at this. Okay, that weakens d5, but that's good. Okay, bishop d2. e4, we can run. Maybe bishop back. Could be good. Start fighting for those squares. I mean, okay, black's going to have to either take the trade, good for me, or run away, which is good for me. Every time I offer a trade, if black's running away from my trades, my pieces are going to get more active. Theirs are going to get more and more cramped. Okay, bishop coming in. Good move on their part. Let's... No, that's not good. Yeah, it is a very cramped position for me. Okay, offer trade. They're not going to take it. That could work. Bishop f2, prepping c4. Wait, hold up. Queen e5 though. Ooh, that is not fun. Well, yeah, not fun. Just trying to give my queen some vision there. H3 is not defended. I don't really see how they can attack it though. I mean, yeah, that's yeah, we're fine there. Yeah, I mean, okay, queen e5 doesn't threaten anything, but it is a very good improving move. I'm not exactly sure yet how I'm going to kick that queen out. Okay, queen d6. Does that give me this? No, almost. Rook f4 maybe. C4. Can I get away with that? You know, let's try it. Let's try to get some counterplay here, because I feel like if I just try to hang on the whole game, I'm going to end up losing. I have to start making threats at some point, or at least get some ideas going. So, all right. Bishop f6 / rook f6 are on the table now. Bishop g5, bishop f4 is in play. If this rook leaves the pawn, I can take it with my bishop. So we're looking at f6. Okay, queen e6. Interesting. That does allow me to play rook f6 if I want to go for that. But does it really lead anywhere? I don't think so. What I really want are trades here. So I'm going to go bishop g5, bishop f4, and see if I can cut off that bishop. I don't see how black's going to stop that move. Okay, so they go bishop e5. I got to keep checking this. Does c4 work now? Might work. Might work. Takes. C4. Okay. Yeah, let's just offer a trade. Oh, bishop takes c3. Yeah, duh. Bishop takes c3. Yeah, I just gave up a pawn. So c4 is definitely worth the shot there. Let's go. Yeah, d4 is annoying. Very annoying. So let's try it. Got to start playing the clock here. Okay, bishop g7. Okay. 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 All right, so trying to stop d4 there. Okay, still stopped. We can take that guy out. Takes bishop back. Do I have anything here? Okay, I'm going to go check this way. And then king up, and then I might get a forced discovery with tactical play. Okay, so I don't, but I get that pawn. We can advance. Block with the check. I'm good with that. All right, check. 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 King up. Takes. Pre-move, pre-move. Boom. All right. All right. Yeah, so that one was interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the end game there ended up turning in my favor at the end of the game there. Captain G, what up, man? Yeah, 10-minute games. Let's see here. Let me... Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it's interesting, right? How fast the game can transform. Delay, maybe at some point. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Shout out again to all y'all who have been watching this stream, donated, all that. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get another game rolling here. Nothing but Hippo tonight, okay? Now, that last game was unrated. I didn't know that. I accidentally set an unrated game, but this one will be rated. So, I'd like to make a push for 2,300. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. All right, pawn h6. Knight over. Yeah, I mean, okay, white's going for interesting setup here. I mean, b4 stands out to me as a potential target. As the c-pawn has pushed already, we do have tension between those bishops. White could play knight e4. Yep, they do. Let's... Yeah, let's just say no to that. I don't want to trade there because then f6 gets really weak. But I can play f5. Kind of feels like I'm in a King's Indian all of a sudden. The Hippo can easily transform into a King's Indian, Vienna attack, or Vienna Gambit. What else? I mean, Pirc, a modern, a lot of different stuff. Okay, I mean, that's a good diagonal for me. Bishop f3, I could lock that bishop out. And then play bishop e7. d4, really? Giving me a pawn? It's hard to say no to a pawn. It's really hard. I mean, I guess my king side gets more vulnerable, but I think I'm okay there. Okay, I got my pawn. I'm going to run all the way back. Queenside castle. Gutsy play from white. All right, let's fianchettoed. Yeah, it's amazing the types of positions you can get with the Hippo. I mean, just really solid, playable positions against high-rated players because they don't really know what they're doing. Knight d4. Okay, so e6 is definitely weak. Okay, I think I'm going to go for knight c5 here. If b4, I could take, knight e6, take. Is what I'm looking at. All right, so we take that guy. 96. I'm just trying to get my king some more support because that bishop is nasty. G2. I was thinking about taking it, but is that just bad? Am I crazy? Am I crazy for that? I might be crazy for that. I really might. Rook G6. If I take, yeah, take. All right, let's think about this. Bishop here. Does knight F4 work? I don't know if that works. Knight F4. Okay, I could take. And then just king H7 or something. Okay, you know what? We're live here. Let's just do it. Let's take the pawn. That might be a grave mistake, but we'll see. All right, takes again. Unless yeah, I'll just take it. I was thinking bishop back here, but I don't really know if that pays off because if I take with the bishop, they still kick my knight. I don't know. That's a little shaky. Okay, queen D3. Does that work? Not well. Not well at all. Could go bishop G4. I mean, I got to save my bishop, right? So, okay, we'll start with that. I got some counter-attacking play, I guess, with the F-file there. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Okay, if I take, I'm done. I'm done. So I gotta block with the knight. Which gives me a check. I don't know what that really does, but that's there. Okay. We'll try knight F5. Okay, we'll go king H7 just to get the heck off of that file. Kind of wild attack my opponent's got here. We'll have to see if we can survive this onslaught. Okay, rook H1. Okay, H5 doesn't threaten anything, so that's a start. Knight. I mean, that bishop is just nasty, guys. Nasty. I could go rook. I could go pawn and just ask the knight to leave. That could work. That could work. Okay, I think I'm gonna try that. I think I'm gonna just try to get this knight off of this square because that knight is just, I mean, goodness, not good, not good for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is so yeah. Okay, F4. Okay, I mean if F4 takes queen G5 maybe. Okay, knight E3. Okay, I can't take because the queen takes G6. Does white have a threat? I don't know if they have a threat per se. But very shaky position. I could go D5 just to freaking try to get some counterplay here. I'm up 2 pawns. Okay, I'm up 2. I'm trying to break open the queen side here because that king, you know, It is, you know, behind some pawns that are pretty far extended, so if I can break open that C file, that's good. At least get some play back with my queen. Push. Ooh, pushing would be good, actually. Because then that bishop's done. I don't think they're going to let me do that, but that would be nice. Push and lock that bishop out. Yep, tell that bishop it ain't going nowhere. Huh. Yeah, a lot of things they can do here. I do think I have some defensive resources with those two knights, but the H file is definitely a little bit vulnerable, so yeah, I mean, okay, d4. Yeah, d4 is what I want, if I can. Okay, how do they stop that? They could take, queen takes. Do I get away with that? Okay, takes. I mean, I could just trade there. Right? If the knight takes, then maybe check. Throw a check in there. A little check never hurt nobody. Yeah, that might be the move. Literally. All right, rook over. Okay. Yep, that's strong. That's strong for sure. So those rooks are just looking to freaking pounce. G6. Okay. If we push, takes. Ooh, do I get out of that? I don't know. Push. Okay, if the knight takes me, I capture back. That's guarded. Push, takes. Yeah, if the queen takes me, I think I have to give a knight back, because if I take with the knight, they're going to do the windmill thing on me. Takes. I can't do that because I have check, and my knight would be pinned. Unless I just run. Very complicated position here. Dang. But then I couldn't take, because then my pawn's pinned. Takes. Just look at that real quick. Queen takes. Does that help me? I don't see how that helps me. I guess I could take the knight. Takes. No. Queen d5. I guess we'll try that. Okay, so here we're going to take. Okay, they calmly capture. That's a big threat. That's a big threat. But, I mean, my knight's hanging, so... Well... Does that get me out of this, guys? Knight g5? Takes. Check. Yep, nope. Checkmate. Goodness. Will they see that? I don't know. But okay, here. All right, I guess we just got to offer a trade. I think white's okay if they trade, but I don't know. Okay, they run. Could offer trade again, I guess. Queen c3. Just trying to keep myself covered here. This feels like a puzzle rush tactic waiting to happen, but I'm not seeing how white can break through yet. Okay. We take. That's covered. But e4. Maybe. Okay, queen e1. Check, never hurt nobody. Okay. We run for our lives. Check. Rook over. Pre-move taking back, even though I don't think they're going to take. Maybe. And they might. Okay, we go. Start running. I mean, their light squares are very weak. And I'm up 4 points. So somehow in 31 seconds, I have to just play well. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I can't drop my rook. That's for sure. Perpetual ideas are in the air for both sides because there's queens on the board. I think I'm going to just try to move my king up and get my rook involved without getting forked. I think that's the only way. If check, I run. If check, I run. Check. Okay, timeout. All right. I'm ready to block. Yeah, that's fine. Queen e2, check, king, king. Queen e2, rook f2 might be good. So let me just touch my rook there. Maybe rook f2 could work. Queen e5, I have check, check. Check and check to trade off queens. Okay, my opponent's going down the clock too here. Yeah, I mean, okay, queen there. Check. Check. Oh, that may not have been as good as I thought. Because queen h2 is a mate. Huh. Okay, so we'll check again. Pawn up. Ooh, wow, that was tight. Yeah, whenever I'm going up against a bishop in a time scramble like that, I just keep my pieces on light squares, and well, it depends where the bishop's on. I'm already forgetting where's the dark square. So all those last pre-moves, like I should have put my queen on a light square first, but all my king moves, as you can see, were light squares. Those were all pre-moves, just to make it so there was no surprise, like, because you don't want to like move to a dark square, they move here, and then all of a sudden your pre-move goes out the window, you have to move, you have 3 seconds left in the game, right? So that's obviously not great. Hey, let's see, Captain G, hey, what up, man? Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. Let me know if you want to play a game. Let me know, we can play. No pressure though, but that is a possibility if you want to play a game. Let me know soon. Yeah, we can play, or I'll start up another game online here. Captain G, let me know. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, I'm sorry. We gotta review this. Okay. Okay. Wow. I mean, talk about an up and down game. All right. I'm just going to real quickly expand this over me, okay? Look at that. Or wait, no. I guess the banner's in the way too. Time out. Move that down. Then we move this over. See that? Goodness. Talk about up and down. Hey, far from perfect, but we got it done. Yeah, Captain G, let me know your username. We can play a game. Let me just fix this too. Yeah, I mean, that attack was brutal. That bishop was very dangerous. Yeah, I mean, let's just see here. So, okay, at this point in the game, we're fine. Let's turn on analysis. Okay, yeah, we're still fine. Yeah, that was definitely a little wild. A little wild there for me to take that pawn. I don't recommend that. That was okay, so they should take the pawn, makes sense. Huh, knight f4. I think that's findable. Let me know if you guys found that knight f4 move. I guess it just didn't come to mind for me because I was worried about all this stuff. But it turns out here or here, fork. Either one's a fork. If taking, we take. Wow. Okay, I guess we're fine. I guess we're just winning. So. Okay, I guess that's the engine move. Cool. Okay, it's starting to feel safe. It's starting to feel safe again. Yeah. Yeah, hey, speaking of being a movie villain, I mentioned this in the last stream. I am considering going into acting, which I'm 7 feet tall, so I'd probably just get a role where I'm in the back and I look scary and I don't say anything. But hey, you never know. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to get paid like $20 or something for a little gig. Yeah. Okay, Captain G, I'm gonna start a game up. I'm not sure what your username is, but we can play soon. All right. I'm gonna start another game up here. Actually, wait, time out. We gotta look at this. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back to here. So that was a mistake as well. I mean, yeah, there's blunders all over the place in this game, guys. Very interesting. Okay, I guess White's only winning move is here. That's their only winning move. I missed that. What's so bad about this? Yeah, I guess they're just freaking going nuts, breaking this game open here. So that's... Oh, start another game. Cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, feel free, guys, to go back and look over this one. Just go to my chess.com account, Chess Giant YouTube. You can send me a friend request as well. But I eventually got it together here. Yeah, so I was originally thinking like, I don't know, doing whatever, but when the king runs, that is a checkmate threat, so you have to slow that down. I don't know if they should have took that, but because then it's really easy for me to pre-move. But yeah, all right. Interesting game there. Let's get another one started. Okay, playing as black. Okay. I thought they were going to go for a Averbach for a second. It looks like they're going for a Catalan kind of option. We'll go knight d7, b6. If you want to play knight e5, go ahead. That's interesting. Knight e5, because then I have the option of taking twice. Ooh, they do it. They did it. Okay, this is... Yeah, this is always interesting. Do I take and take? Or do I just go here and then let all this happen? You know what? We're live streaming. Let's just take. Let's see what happens here. Taking, because this is a situation you guys can find yourselves in. So we take again on d4. Now one idea here is to trap the bishop. So if I have time, I'm going to do that. All right, knight b5. I mean, they get a check. But their bishop is very uncomfortable. Yeah, this is a situation you Hippo players can find yourselves in quite a bit. Okay, they could take, though. Take. Bishop. Takes. Queen. I might be able to get the bishop there. Yeah, it's a very hard position to calculate. Okay, well, I gotta go c6. We gotta try it, right? Yeah, I gotta try it. They could check, or they could just take the pawn. Taking, I don't think that's gonna work. I guess they could guard the knight. Okay, so they take d4. Okay, we don't want them taking c6, so we're gonna go. Yeah, I could take this knight and then go for that, but then my rook on the corner is falling. So let's guard this, guard that pawn. See how white looks to respond to that. Yeah, these positions where the bishop gets stuck in the corner become very interesting. Yeah, some of these games I'll be as time goes on here, I'm kind of in a transition phase business-wise, but yeah, I'm planning on posting some of these games on YouTube as videos as well. All right, knight. That is a move. That is a move. I will give that. I will give that to white. I will. Okay, I don't want them taking my knight. I don't want to go there because they go takes. I don't want to move my knight because then, yeah, they just take. Okay, so options include bishop f6 and just taking this guy. So takes, takes, push. Okay, I suppose they could take here as well. I might be okay there. Okay, so if I take the knight, they take. I have. Well, I could do that. And then run back. Nah. They got too much. Too much dark square control. Takes, 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 takes. Rook over. Yeah, go get that pawn. I don't care. I'm trying to get the bishop. Queen over, though. Knight e5 doesn't get it done. Okay, takes, takes. Well, wait, takes. Yeah, they could just take there. So I might have to offer a trade, maybe. But then takes, takes, queen, bishop. That's cool. I'm good with that. Okay, so I think the move here is bishop. And then looking to take back with the knight. I think if I take the knight on d4, I think my dark squares are just too weak. I think white can take advantage of that. So yeah, that's not going to work out. Okay, queen a4. castle. But again, I mean, why not just guard that guy? So guard this pawn. Three attackers, three defenders, castling on the way. I think the bishop's trapped, guys. I'm going to have to go back and see if this was sound, but this is often a very nice idea for you Hippo players when your opponent plays something wild trying to get your rook. You just let them have the rook. If you can take off a centralized piece and a centralized pawn, that could be a good thing. But yeah, I think, I mean, yeah, b5. Yeah, okay. So they... Sure. Okay, so we're at even material now. The big difference is I have two minor pieces. White has a rook and a pawn, which is in my favor, for sure. Very rare that a rook is better than two minor pieces, especially that bishop right now. Okay, I don't know if that's a good move. I feel like that's weakening to c5. I'm going to go to a8. That b7 would have worked too, I guess, because rook a8. Okay, so f3. So white here's going, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not going to let you activate. Okay, fine. We can go check, maybe. I could also plant my knight on c5. I mean, that's very, like, slow progress, but that's obviously solid. Check. I don't think the king moving is good because knight g4. Check. Rook blocks. No. Okay, I'm going to go check. I might go back to e7 to guard that guy. Okay, that move I think allows me to jump my knight in. Start just trying to make stuff happen. I mean, if the rook runs away to avoid a fork, then I think my queen flies in. So I'm threatening a fork. I mean, knight e3 in general is just very strong. Yeah, so now I can jump in. h2. Okay, so here... Okay, yeah, so here I'm going to... there's a couple ways of doing this, but... I'm just double checking here before I, you know. Okay, takes... Okay. So I check. Okay. A lot of players here are in these types of positions. I used to do this all the time, is just start checking the king, right? You just assume that checking the king is correct, right? But eventually, the checks might not work. They might not work. They might allow the king to run away. So here, how can I prevent white from running away at all? The only two moves this king can move to are f4 and g5. Where can I move my queen to prevent those? Right? Instead of just chasing the king, prevent the king from running. Queen h6. So this prevents the black king from running at all. Or sorry, the white king. The white king can't move. f4 doesn't get it done. And basically f5's checkmate. There's nothing white could do about it. Just pre-move it. I mean, e4, sure. Takes. So the king can't run anywhere. f5's on the way. That's it. Yeah, fun game there. Fun Hippo game. It's so easy for players to forget about this Hippo bishop there, right? Yeah, so there's, yeah, white's done. Yep. All right, let's take a look at that real quick. So let's go to game review. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so this is kind of where I wanted to look at. This is okay. For some reason, that's just a move I wasn't looking at. I just wasn't looking at that. I guess if takes, we take, I'm guessing. Yeah, I have to take there. Okay. That works. I did this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the ending was fine. The opening. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this position here, it was kind of just a preference thing. You could take and take, or you could go rook over. You know, sometimes I have opponents playing this kind of thing, which, by the way, be aware, don't have this f pawn pushed before you play b6, because then knight g5 is really dangerous because there's a double threat there. But at this point, if knight g5, we just move and then we offer a trade. Big deal. So I think knight e5 is one way for white to try to, you know, okay, if you move the rook, I jump right in. That's kind of the idea there. And yeah, rook b8 is totally fine. So yeah, I mean, barely any difference in the eval there. Yeah, very interesting. That was a mistake. e5 is better. Yeah. But I think after that, we were good. Great, great. And then best moves for a while. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so, okay. Interesting idea. Let me know if you guys ever get the chance to use that in your own games. All right, y'all, we're going one last game here. One last game, unless I lose, because you can't end on a loss. One game to finish this stream out. Thank you to those of you, again, who donated. Thank you to those of you who are just hanging out watching. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, all y'all. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, this has been fun. So we're going to go bishop g2. And yeah, let's see what we got here. So, all right, d3. Yeah, bishop f5. I mean, pawn up, pawn up. Captain G, Luis, Samuel, Mitch. I mean, shout out to all y'all, man. 97. We got, yeah, so this is a pretty standard approach for black. They're going for a, yeah, just kind of a pyramid structure there. Good structure for black for sure. I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing here. Okay, queen c7 will fianchetto. Sometimes players go for bishop e5 there to try to... Okay, pawn e5, that's interesting. So pawn e5, g4, I could kick that bishop. I'm a little bit worried about e4 though. So, okay, let's just throw a3 in there. That doesn't hurt. I want to see where black's going. Maybe they'll castle queenside. Okay, they don't. They play h5. So that prevents me from getting to the g4 move in, right? So g4 is just off off the table now. Although G5 is weak, so that's something to look at there. All right, here C4 doesn't work. B4, I'm not convinced. Nope. Nah. Let's castle. Maybe F4 with a rook behind it is good. That could be good. Okay, castling queenside. So anytime you're playing the hippo and your opponent castles queenside, you just got to start attacking. Now, unfortunately for me, this is a concern. So black sacking like crazy, but I'm just going to start taking space here. I mean, my opponent castled queenside. It's time to attack. So, yeah, I mean, knight b3, c4. Those are options. If h4, I'm going to have to push. Black needs to decide, is it worth it to sacrifice the material? If they sacrifice the material, then it becomes a game of me surviving and them having to checkmate me to be okay. Yeah, and oftentimes in these positions, even if there was a pawn on a5, we can still play b4. We can still try to break that side open, even if it costs us a pawn. Yeah, depends on the structure, but... Okay, h4. So, yeah, I mean, I have to push. Okay. Pawn h3, yep. Okay, so here I can't go bishop h1, because then my king is on g2. That is disgusting, okay? That's nasty. We're not doing that. So in this kind of position, I mean, bishop f3 is the main approach, okay? Because then your king can hide on h1. So when your opponents are going crazy sacking material on y'all, which will happen if you play in the hippo, got to have that corner ready to go. Or hey, maybe g2, but then at least at that point, the bishop's not stuck in the corner. Yeah. Okay, rook h4. Yeah, so these are hard positions to defend. There's no way around it, at least for me. I mean, it takes a lot of thought. So, okay, this could work. That's a good defensive idea. It does drop the pawn, though. Do I care? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Okay, if knight g3, e4. Ooh, my goodness. Nasty. I don't know. Just something doesn't feel right. Knight g3, e4. There's all that. I go there. I don't know. Something feels off to me. I mean, it does prevent black from taking e4. But do I care about e4? I mean, I care, but do I care enough? King h1. Capturing. I'd probably take knight g3. I can't go h2, that's for sure. e4, ooh, that's interesting because that does block out that bishop and the queen. It just completely locks them up forever. Is it worth it? Takes, boom, boom. I think it might be, guys. Because if I can keep this pawn here, the bishop and the queen, which are obviously incredible attackers, can't get in. This knight can't get anywhere good. I mean, okay, I guess I opened up a maneuver there so they could take the long-term approach. Okay. I think we got to go knight g3. Gain a tempo on that rook. h2 could be played. I'm not sure if it's sound. Yeah, I don't think it's sound. I think I just take it, right? Okay, rook f4. Okay, so that knight is looking to come in. Could go knight f3. Just try to keep clogging this side of the board up. That also opens up bishop c1. Let's try it. Get that knight over there. Looking towards h2. I mean, if knight f6, I don't like that all black has to do is take, and then they have a wide open file on me once I capture back. Well, once the bishop moves. So, yeah, I don't like takes and the bishop and all that discovery stuff. So I might just want to move on over here. Okay. All right, queen d7. Yeah, that's good. We could take or take with the knight. I don't know if I like the knight as much, though. Takes. That's an interesting idea. I could also go bishop c1. Queen goes g4. Okay, takes. Yeah, I think that looks solid. So I'm up 2 now. Does queen g4 work? Okay, interesting. h2. Maybe h1 there. Yeah, because if I take, I get checked. So I don't want that. So, and if I go here, okay, we'll go to the corner. We'll hide. Oftentimes, this extra pawn that your opponent has, if they push, it becomes your protection. Okay, queen h3. Okay, that's definitely a concern, is knight g4, right? So, but if f3, I drop the knight. Might be the best I have. Maybe that was better. I don't know. Okay, knight f7. I could run. Knight in. Knight. Oh wait a second. What am I tripping on? Knight in. Oh, yeah, this isn't a, this is their pawn. This is their pawn, not mine. Not mine. Okay, takes. Knight in. I was all worried about this. They're gonna do that. Okay, takes there. I think this pawn's really helping me. Okay, I'll run back. That's fine. Goodness, 1 minute on the clock. Oh my gosh. All right, knight f5. Maybe. Okay, we'll go here again. We'll go there. We'll go there. Okay. Got different ideas here. I'm up a piece. Yeah, just up a knight, but and that pawn's gonna be easy in the end game if I can get there. Knight can't move. Yeah, I mean, my opponent's got a lot of time on me here, so they can take their time and think. I'm not gonna have that luxury. Okay, b6, I think check works. Or I just go back. Maybe not. Nah, maybe so. Okay, we have check, check, rook over, knight e6, rook, nah. Queen check. Rook d7, knight f8. I get the exchange, I think. Yeah. Okay, queen trade's good for me. h2 is weak. But 27 seconds. Gonna be a scramble, y'all. Oh, they resign. All right, well, that's cool. Respect, respect. All right. Let's see. Yep, so that is a wrap for today. Hope you guys enjoyed these games. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching some Hippo chess. And yeah, I will see you guys over in the next stream. If you guys haven't already, dropping a like and dropping a comment down in the actual chat area below is super helpful. And yeah, I mean, quick plug, my Hippopotamus Defense course, all my other courses, I got those down below in the description if you guys are interested in those. And if you're interested in private lessons, if you're trying to improve at the Hippo or at just the game of chess as a whole, I have private lessons as well. There's a link down there. So again, I appreciate you guys, and yeah, talk soon.